Hey designers, in this video, we're going to create this cool poster using Adobe Photoshop. We'll mainly focus on photo manipulation and add a few elements to enhance the design. Once you have your canvas ready, open your web browser and head to Google. Let's search for a colorful galaxy background, something vibrant and eye-catching. Once you've found the perfect one, right-click on the image and select Copy. Now, switch back to Photoshop and press Ctrl+V to paste it onto your canvas. Let's rotate it slightly to get the desired angle, and then scale it up so it covers the entire canvas. It's time to add an effect to make it more dynamic. Select the layer with the galaxy background, choose Filter, then hover over Blur and select Radial Blur. In the Radial Blur options, increase the blur amount and make sure the zoom option is selected in the blur method, then hit OK. Now that we've applied the blur, let's adjust the levels to enhance the colors. Select Adjustments, and then Levels. Here, you can tweak the color levels to make the background pop even more. Just adjust the sliders until you're satisfied with the result. Go back to Google and search for an image of a convertible car driving on the highway. Take your time to find a car that fits the vibe you're going for. Once you find it, right-click, select Copy, and then return to Photoshop to paste it onto your canvas. Press Ctrl+V to paste the image, just like before. Okay, now let's select the car layer and click on the Create Mask option. This will allow us to hide parts of the layer without permanently erasing them. Set your foreground color to black, then grab the brush tool. Begin brushing over the areas you want to remove from the composition. Using a layer mask is preferable to erasing because it's non-destructive. If you make a mistake, you can easily retrieve the parts you removed. Focus on removing everything except the road and the car. Once you've cleaned up the image, press Ctrl+T to activate the Free Transform tool, and scale the car and road to fit your canvas. Adjust the positioning until it looks just right. Next, create a new layer by clicking on the New Layer icon. Grab the Rectangle Marquee tool and draw a rectangle where you want to add some design elements. Choose a darker color from the existing colors in your composition. Let's go with a rich purple-violet tone. To fill the rectangle with this color, use the shortcut Alt+Backspace. This will apply the foreground color to your selection. Now, let's add another rectangle. With the Rectangle Marquee tool, draw another shape. Again, fill it with the same violet color using Alt+Backspace. Once that's done, press Ctrl+D to deselect everything. Position the layer where you want it. Hold down the Alt key and drag the layer to create a copy. Let's add some text. Type out your message. And for the color, let's pick a lighter shade of violet to complement the rectangles. This contrast will make the text stand out nicely. Now, let's adjust the text so it fits perfectly inside the rectangle. Grab the brush tool and select the lighter violet color we used for the text. Create a new layer to keep things organized. We're going to add a border around the rectangle. To draw a straight line with the brush tool, click at the starting point of your line, move your cursor to the end point, and then hold down the Control key while clicking again. Photoshop will automatically draw a straight line between the 2 points. Let's continue adding the border this way around the entire rectangle. Once the border is complete, delete the duplicated rectangle border that we initially created. Now, select the newly finished rectangle border. Select all the layers related to the border, then press Ctrl+J to duplicate them. Position it where you want it. Next, use the Text tool to update the text in the duplicated rectangle. Adjust the text to fit within the rectangle, and if necessary, scale it down so it aligns nicely inside. Now that everything is in place, let's organize our layers. Select the first rectangle and text layers, then group them together by clicking on the group icon while these layers are selected. Now, select the other 3 layers of the board and group them as well. Name the first group Lost and the second one DHM4 Design Harbor Media Tools. Start by opening Group 1 and selecting all 3 layers within it. To create a merged version of these layers without flattening them permanently, press Ctrl plus Alt plus E on your keyboard. This action will create a composite layer that merges the visible content from these layers into a new one, while keeping the original layers intact. Drag it above all other layers and move it outside of Group 1. Now, repeat this process with the DHM group. Open the group, select all 3 layers, and press Alt plus Ctrl plus E to create a composite layer. Move this new layer to the top of the layer stack, outside the DHM group. At this point, you can hide both groups, as we'll be working with the merged versions. Next, let's add some perspective to these merged layers. Press Ctrl plus T to enter free transform mode, and choose the perspective option. Adjust the perspective until it looks just right, then position it where you want on the canvas. Repeat this step with the composite layer from the DHM group. Place it where it fits best in your composition. Move the road layer to the top of the layer stack, above the composite layers, so that any unfinished edges or elements are hidden. And with that, your poster is complete. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to Ace Designs for more content like this.